Be safe. Don't get close. Stay away from them. Stay clear. Can't be trusted. We need you. Bring the package. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game called Shun, which is apparently about isolation. Now, I'm not entirely sure exactly what type of isolation it means, whether it's like isolation from an illness, or just, well, I say just, or more a matter of sort of isolation from other people in a more sort of social aspect rather than that. I want to buy a onesie, but no, it won't suit me. Okay, that's an oddly comedic thing for you to say at the moment. I was under the impression this was more a serious sort of game. Apparently, it's not very clear exactly in what it means. It likes to leave a lot open for interpretation, as it were. Apparently, there's like a little block of text right at the bottom of the game's page, which it says, play the game before you read this. So I haven't read that bit of text yet. But I don't know where it is I'm going or what I'm doing. I know you can interact with stuff, because it said you could click to do that. So, unless it was something to do with that package that was mentioned, it would seem I'm not going here. Presumably I need to find where it is I'm going. I must be trying to do something or go somewhere or achieve something. Goodness only knows what. What? You said something and I missed you. I didn't miss you in that sense. I am counting my calories, yet I really want dessert. Alright, so it's, I'll be honest, mate. It's been my experience that counting calories is just a horribly depressing experience, regardless of whether it works or not. I really have no idea where I'm going or what I'm trying to achieve. What happens if I go up to other people and talk to them? Hello. Can I join in on the conversation? No, but I can seemingly get myself stuck in between them, which is interesting. Alright. This seems vaguely important and interesting, but, what does that say? Post. And it's written there above in another language. Curious. I really have no idea what I'm meant to be doing or where I'm going. I presume there is more to the game than just wandering around here, otherwise this wouldn't make an awful lot of sense. How far back can I go here? Goodness. I can go, goodness. I can go quite far back indeed, and I can do this. I'm not entirely sure what this is that I'm doing, but it's a thing I can do. It says bring the package. Bring it where? What package? I don't think I've got one. And this is a serious enough game that I'm not even going to make a joke about that sentence. I'm just going to allude to one. What does that say? There's a telephone number, but I can't read any of the words. There must be... It said bring the package. Maybe I need to go and find a package and bring it here. Perhaps. I think it said click was for interact. There was that cardboard box, but I tried to pick that up and it didn't really work. Maybe they won't interact with me until I've got the package. Can I have this box? Yes, I can. Alright then, so I've got the box now. Do these people now treat me any differently? No. They seem exactly the same as they were before. Alright. I've gone out and I've got my shopping. I'm now going to go back to the strange dark pit I live in. Alright. Okay. Now I need to bring the package in. Okay, so there's like a number of different sort of levels or different days where you need to leave your home and go out into the world in order to perform some sort of activity, complete a task. Oh, goodness. Sorry, sir. I do wonder where the, what does that say? I really want to go to work, but I am too sick to drive. If you're too sick to drive, you're probably too sick to work, mate, but you're lucky enough that you've got a job you want to go to. Is this not the package I want? Presumably not, because it looks like this one's waiting for the postman. There must be another package somewhere. Yes, I'm wondering about the source of things that were written on the walls of my beginning area, I suppose. Not wanting to refer to it as a home, at least not yet. She borrowed the book from him many years ago and hasn't yet returned it. Yeah, that's what happened to my collection of H.P. Lovecraft works, but we don't talk about that. Yes, I wonder whether in fact they're not instructions from someone else, whether they're just sort of mental thoughts, perhaps? What other kind of thoughts are there, Phil? Honestly, get your own in order first before you start opening your great big choppers. Are you convinced I can't have this package? No, I can. You just seem to have to click on it about 27,612 times. Yeah, I wonder whether this is just a matter of I'm going out to do some shopping. If you like tuna and tomato sauce, try combining the two. It's really not as bad as it sounds. I don't like either, my friend. Yeah, and again, here we are. I genuinely do feel like I'm just going out into the ordinary world and doing an ordinary task. But as I leave, my mind gets filled with these thoughts that I need to stay away from other people, and that I should avoid other folks. Okay, here's a different type of folk. Here is a I will never be young again, ever. I just got older. Yes, that's how linear time works. It's interesting, isn't it? Right, can I have this box, please? Right, there we are. I finally convinced it. Okay, so there's this man just walking towards me, and I'm getting a bit scared of him and I'm running away. We're not even going to address the elephant in the room about this. What? She always speaks to him in a loud voice. Maybe he's hard of hearing. Maybe she's hard of hearing and she doesn't realise what she's doing. And that's it. And that's the end of the game. Alright. Let me go have a look at that bit of text that was on that screen that I alluded to. Okay. So, upon reading the bit of text on the screen, apparently this game illustrates an abusive relationship whereby you play the victim and the abuser is non-specified. It says it could be a person or an organization or a group or something, and that their method of abuse and control is to isolate you from everyone else. And they're the person that's giving you these instructions on the screen. And you have two choices. You can obey the instructions and keep isolated and shun everyone else, or you can reject it, which is interesting. The curious thing is that you can reject it by not isolating yourself and going up to the other people, but I don't know if you can actually do anything. You can't talk to people or interact with them at all. Or what about the person at the end? What if I let him catch me? Yes, maybe I could do that. Because that's probably just like a friend or something that's worried about me and hasn't seen me in a while. Fascinating. This really is very interesting. I had the impression this was more about a sort of, social anxiety sort of story rather than one of a abusive, controlling relationship. I suppose it's just because I've got more personal experience with the former compared to the latter. Let me see, where was the other box this time? This was by the post office, wasn't it? And then we'll go and find that man that was chasing us and see if, see what happens when we let him catch up. Perhaps that will give a different ending. Because it doesn't seem like you can interact with these people, despite the fact that I think you should be able to. Because it said that they wanted to test, the developers wanted to test whether players would obey the instructions that are given and sort of maintain the status quo, or whether they would reject the dogma, was the word they used, being given to you. So where was that man? He came round this corner last time. No, that's somebody else entirely. Where's the hello? And then the game just shuts down. This really is fascinating. It's a fascinating way of doing things. I'll be honest, most of it goes over my head. I'm not that au fait with the subject material, of which I am grateful to say that. But that was very interesting. That was very, very interesting. Well, I'm not entirely sure what to say, really. I feel like my usual prattle about game design would be superfluous at this point, because that's not really the point of the thing, is it? It's not really there to be a game, it's more to tell a story. And apparently for the developers to conduct a test, which is curious. So, that really is fascinating. I feel that's the kind of thing that's going to stick in my mind, I'm going to think about for a while. Right then, well, I'll let you think about that as well, without my blasted voice droning on in the background. So, that was Shun. Hell of a thing.